Okay, I think we're finally live. Alright, we're back. Welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa 2. We're going to proceed with the Chapter 4 trial. We're back after a little pizza break. And no, I'm not exaggerating.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza's good.
It was white pizza with
I didn't eat any because I am full of
tomatoes. She had cheesy bread.
Cheesy bread.
Alright, let's proceed. So, Monokuma has thought of a new insult to call Monomi. And for those of us who are first-time watchers,
This happens in between every trial.
yeah, this is like the, well, actually, every day there's a little Monokuma theater thing.
But yeah, this one has Monomi though. Is she part of them?
Not
I'm
usually.
tired. Yeah, I was gonna say. What are you watching now? Hello.
Who are you people?
We're happy.
Careful, plate.
Wait.
Right under the blanket.
Huh?
I knew that would happen.
Why would you do that to me?
That was Chekhov's fucking gun. I knew by putting it there that would be
all
addressed.
Then why did you do it?
Because I wanted to get on with the stream.
Blech.
Yes, we want to save.
Always save.
Hello. I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself.
We really
to
don't
be
care,
more
but it's
energetic,
okay.
Or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. Ugh, my heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
That's a really good. That's a really good call out if you're playing the Vita version.
And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Thank you, Chiaki. God damn.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so
Yes.
easily? I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekomaru's murderer?
Thank you.
Wow.
Marry
Is
us.
it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
Yeah,
That's
honestly.
right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
Thank God.
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
Sure.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know. Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
She seems very impressed by Akane's levels of salivation.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Maybe it was the button on the back of his head, the kill switch.
Crap!
Wait, what?
What'd you say? It's
Yeah, I get
no,
that. I get
the
that.
giant.
It wasn't that. Falling? No? Maybe?
I see! That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
Well, that does match up with Akane's
The
account.
funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected. Then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That, I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
Nah, I don't think so.
But my gut is going crazy right now. When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim
Walker's
from
like,
up
fuck
there.
you too, Gundam. Yeah, he's special as well.
Then, how about
What the
this?
fuck?
You gotta clear the silencers.
No, it didn't hit
After locking
anything.
Nekomaru inside, they moved the elevator from the floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has as long as there's a moving object inside?
Moving.
God damn it.
Damn it!
What did you hit it with?
When the
Contact the
elevator is
elevator.
on the 1st floor,
What are your options?
you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
What else is it?
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget? As long as there's a moving object inside.
No, that's wrong! That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed,
Right, it
all of
wouldn't
his
have detected
functions
any
shut
life
down,
signs or
and he enters
anything.
sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Rude.
Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
You are, honey. It's okay. Is that Luca?
It is!
Hi, Luca.
He's about to see us fail at basic logic, and the game
If
screw
you
us
arrange
over
it a
at
certain way,
irrational logic.
you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Is it?
No.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
No?
What about the oil on the floor?
No?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Yeah.
Well, you're the one that interrupted her at the beginning.
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Oh dear.
Oh.
Yeah, Kazuichi is that bro that you know will never get laid. And he's like the one bro that you have that you know will never have a girlfriend.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
I don't want to disagree with her. Maybe I want to agree with somebody else? I don't...
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
Luke, I don't know how
So
to
you're telling us
explain it.
all
We don't like the trial mechanics. We
To
just
think
like
about
story.
the arrangement, right?
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit.
That arrangement is...
Yeah, we're just trying to
The
get through
hammer is
this.
suspicious.
It's the doorknob.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the
Floor seems
No.
suspicious.
Damn it.
Is that not it?
Crap!
No. Well, I didn't hit him with the right thing.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop. So you're telling us to think about the arrangement. That arrangement
What if you
is...
take what she has
The hammer is
and
suspicious.
push it to...
I may have to do that just because
None of the-
I want to.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I want to agree with
What if
her.
I start to
So
enjoy it?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the
Drop within the elevator.
got it.
So you're telling
Obtained. Big throbbing
us all to
truth
think about
bullet.
the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it about time we went over the...
What about the oil?
Because they have all like they're referencing all the truth bullets that I
Doorknob
have.
on the floor.
It seems suspicious.
What the fuck?
Is it?
Crap!
If you arrange it a certain way,
What are your truth bullets?
you can cause
Broken
the drop
doorknob, the
within
wire,
elevator.
good night button,
So you're
on the
telling us
floor.
all
It's the wire.
to think about
What about
the
the wire?
arrangement, right?
I agree with,
That arrangement is... The hammer
There's
is
nobody
suspicious.
talks about the wire. Talks about the hammer,
went over the
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 pillar,
oil on the floor.
oil on the floor.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I already tried to agree with
We all
that.
shut up and listen to what she
He has to say. Silence, Pest. Don't be so... What if I start to enjoy it?
Stop.
If you arrange it a certain way,
Oh, fuck. Let me think for a second. Okay, so it was tied like a lasso, or like not like a lasso, but a noose. Might have something to do with it.
Oh! Doorknob. Wire.
you
Okay.
can cause the drop within the... So you're telling
I
us to
think
think
I
about the
tried that already,
arrangement.
but let's do it again.
The hammer is
Put the
suspicious.
chain.
Isn't it about time we went over the
The chain's
pillar
not
again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on
On the floor seems suspicious.
Fuck! I agree with
Yeah! Counter!
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
I do want to
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop.
Because, like, I'm the small angry thing.
If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the
Do you
doorknob-
think
They
any...
are obsessed with the oil on the floor. Like, who cares? These robots, how he bleeds.
Let me ask this though, do any guys cosplay at
That's
all?
right. He was suspended in midair.
When you think about it?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen a male Fuyuhiko.
Right?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator
Now
from
we're
the
like
4th
halfway
floor
through the
to the
trial.
1st
Do you
floor
have
of
any
Great
idea
Tower.
who could have killed him?
No.
And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
Go on, Monokuma.
No. To be
killer
fair,
took advantage
Luke,
of the
yeah, you're
elevator.
right.
I'm sure,
Only the floor.
I'm
I
sure...
think Matthias is the only dude I've ever met that cosplayed.
Does that count though?
Yes, he's a male.
No, I've seen several. Actually, I've seen several male Nekomarus, and
Oh yeah,
I saw a male Hajime at Ballon Brew the one time where I told you he had one of his eyes was a different color, and I'm like, I'm not gonna ask you about that because I'm sure it's a spoiler.
I will
By
kill
doing
you.
that, they
Yeah.
created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Very important.
Too easy.
Shut the fuck up.
So what if they created a
This
drop?
is like the only
There's
game
no
mechanic
why.
I like.
If Nekomaru
I don't
is
mind it
suspended
either
in-
because it
he
actually
should
kind of
be
makes me think
suspended
on the
in midair.
fly. And it actually is like having a real argument.
But like, we actually had to think about it, Luca. I'm like, no, I don't know that many Danganronpa cosplayers that are male. We know like a select few, but majority of them are female.
Even if they
Oh,
suspended
yeah,
Nekomaru
yeah,
from the
I mean-
wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off.
Fuck.
What are you doing?
There's no way they could do that.
You're out of cuts. You have to
What?
strategically cut.
That's new.
That's not new. It's been there.
I've never had that issue
Even if they
before.
suspended
You have
Nekomaru,
6
how would
cuts,
they make
you have
him
to be smart.
fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
Hey.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that. Now's the time if you put in
Guess
that
there is
case,
a strategy to
you
the
still won't be able to
game.
explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story.
What were the yellow?
I don't even know what truth bullets I have, honestly. Truth
Nekomaru
swords.
fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode. If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story.
Is it that one, do you think?
Well, he's got an alarm
What?
clock.
Nekomaru
It is
fell
like
on his
the
own?
ninja.
Crap! What?
What is
Nekomaru
your,
fell
like,
on his
your
own?
swords?
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Clinton, I don't think it's that.
Crap! What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
I don't know how to shuffle through them, boy.
Nope.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want to take back, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Are you hit it?
Nekomaru should have still if he was
Triangle.
sleeping. There's no way he could do that to himself.
You handed me something.
Now's the time, but in that
You've
case,
done it before, though, better
you
than I
still won't
have,
be able
though.
to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
What is this game mechanic?
Damn it!
No, he's not the reason. Not getting laid, bro. It's not the murder.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the
Yeah,
tower
go
to
way
push
back.
him off. There's no way they could do that.
It's off.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
What the fuck is it?
Crap! What? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
There we go.
Hey,
We knew
those
what it
work.
was, it's just getting the inputs right.
It's fucking stupid.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which
Walker, would
means
you
the
fuck-
killer set the alarm
would you
before they
fuck
suspended
Kazuichi?
Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why,
Yeah, Kazuichi only gets laid on Tumblr, where the fan art makes it happen.
I like him. He's just kind of insufferable.
if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily
If
slip
I had
off.
to choose between Kazuichi and Nagito, I'd pick Nagito if that says anything.
In actuality,
Gross.
the scrape marks caused by the wire
It's
would
okay,
be the tip of
guys,
the doorknob,
who are watching right
right?
now. There are plenty of attractive ladies in this game.
But Nekomaru
Some of which are dead
didn't
already.
fall because the
Like
wire
3 of
came
which
off, right?
that I really liked are dead.
Nikon was best.
Mika was
He
best, but
fell
she
because
did.
the
She
entire
fucking went
doorknob
insane.
came off.
Oh, she was insane from the beginning. That was the
When
best part.
Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected,
See,
which
Walker
caused
agrees
the
with
doorknob
me.
to break off.
He choose Nagito too.
He choose Yamabakura
Was that
Shut
because
up.
that's all the.
God.
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence,
No, I
like
choose for you.
that,
Hika.
they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
Which one's Joey? Which one's... No,
Actually, Fuyuhiko is more in common with Joey because he's a gangster.
that I'd agree with. I like Joey. I would pick Joey over Bakura.
Yeah.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
Here he goes.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
No, I believe you gave your all.
This fucking pleb.
Why aren't you teasing me anymore?
Because you're a whore.
He gets off on this.
So thanks to that alarm, Nico
The guys aren't getting along anymore.
while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
Head first, like a
Nekomaru fell
fucking
to the floor.
torpedo.
He ended up colliding with the pillar.
Just a big ass metal torpedo hitting straight for the ground. Just, yeah, boom.
Finally, the pillar!
Akane was right the whole time about the pillar, though.
Yeah, well, we all saw the evidence. We saw the oil on the pillar.
That's how the pillar.
Hashtag,
A hog and a
Why
beanie.
oil is spilled all over the place.
hashtag oil on the floor.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
She's so cute. Look how proud
The
she
pillar
is.
was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Cause even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
How do you know, though?
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed.
Wait, Akane, didn't you just... Weren't you the person that said you heard a loud bang at 5:30?
How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know.
You know which one it is, right?
I think it's Fuyuhiko's account.
Amen!
Yeah, is he the one that said 5:30?
Before
He's the
7
one that
a.m.,
looked at
I
all
am
the times.
certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with
necessarily.
the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Wait. Well, I fucked up. Oh. That would be... I mean, we wouldn't disagree with her. That would be correct. Someone tampered it. Maybe it is... Do we have Akane's account in this?
Let me just double check on... I know what I'm looking at here. Fuyuhiko's account is...
Oh. Oh. So he saw him walking at 5.
Mm-hmm. We don't have Akane's... Do we? We do.
Yeah, and she heard
Rumbling
alarm.
noise at 5:30.
For Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
Longer. No,
But
if
the
you
alarm
run out of
inside
health,
Nekomaru's
it
chest
basically is like, oh my god,
was set for
Hajime made
7:30
the
a.m.
blocking. Everyone dies except for the killer, and then you can just start over.
the time that one of those must be an
Well, you can just start where
Probably
you
did
fucked
some
up.
tamper. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
That's gotta
So it would have to be that against Sonia 7 a.m. Right?
I guess, yeah.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
No? Did you?
Crap!
What the? Don't
We
ask
headed
me
for Grape
anymore.
Tower.
I mean...
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
Like the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for
7:30 a.m.
No.
Crap!
We headed for Great Tower.
Oh.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm
Yes.
inside
What is
Nekomaru's
it?
chest.
Walker said that I'd hang up a wall of scroll of Raging Akane.
Yeah,
Because
I would too.
titties.
Yeah. Okay. Wall clock. Hang on. Hold the fuck on. Hold on. I think I figured it out.
Did you?
Was set for 7:30
Titties.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
This time of death from the time that one of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
That's gotta be
That
it.
can't be messed up because it's a radio clock.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh. I think he just said it out loud.
We headed for Great Tower.
What if we had one that was radio clock?
Nekomaru died because of this time of death from the time that one of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering.
So she
Probably
wasn't
messed with
right.
Clock inside Neko.
They messed with
No, that's
something
wrong.
else.
No, that's wrong! Young lady!
That was beautiful.
No, the
Oh!
clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
Don't you love when you just naturally come to those conclusions to, like,
you're
naturally
saying
just,
there's
like...
no way
That's
the
the appeal
killer
of these
could
types of
tamper with
games,
the
is stuff
clock?
like that.
Maybe the
That
clock
does not
Miss
happen
Sonia
often.
saw was the
No,
one
it
that
does
got
not.
tampered with.
This would be correct.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare
that cheeky
all
little
the clocks
grin.
had
This
the
is
same
what I
time
live
display.
for.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please
Humans!
believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
That's right.
Damn straight.
And then eat it. Probably.
She probably would eat dog food.
Yeah. Throw her some bacon strips.
Bacon. Is it a fucking logic dive?
Alright, I'm okay with this time, because I'm not arguing about a fucking grape house. I ran out of grape jokes, people. I ran out of grape jokes like 3 videos ago.
Go fast.
Gotta go
Go
fast.
fast.
Time for, oh hell.
You should probably jump.
I can figure out how. Oh, okay. Gonna play some Eurobeat to this.
This is such a dumb game mechanic, and I love it. Question 1.
What did Hajime and the others misunderstand?
The time in the building, who the killer is, where the murder happened. We don't know who the killer is. And we know where the murder happened. Will you go faster? Zoom! You gotta zoom. Zooming.
I'm zooming. I'm going fast.
I'm zooming. Deja vu. This happens a lot, Walker. This is a game mechanic that happens several times throughout the trial. Jump, honey.
Well, the later you get into the game too, the more frequent these trial mechanics are in each trial as well.
Yeah, by the way, this one, like, it gets rough.
Oh,
Tease it.
Bullshit! That was...
You have, like, one little divot.
Yeah. Of health?
Yeah. We
Yeah.
haven't even gotten to the second question. We have 3. This is dumb.
What was that?
What is lawyer... What is lawyer simulator?
Well, like, it's supposed to be a lore simulator,
Oh,
but...
you're the killer. Oh. Sorry.
Accurate.
Sorry. Everyone dies. Yes.
We will
Do you
never
want me
give
to
up.
do it?
You can, I don't really
I don't
care.
know the controls.
It's X to speed up, triangle to jump, and analog to move, and that's pretty much all you need to know.
Okay. Well,
You've
see,
done them
I
before.
don't think I'm gonna do any better. Oh shit! Oh, I've already fucked up. I'm doing good.
You did the first couple when we started the game.
Oops, I didn't go fast enough. This is why speed's a key. Speed is key.
Where's my Eurobeat?
This is still really dumb. That's not right. Damn
They
it.
changed the color on us.
They did. Fucking rip. Fuck me up, mate. They just get more difficult. Okay, sorry, I stopped breathing there for a second. Okay.
So far, so good.
Second question.
The building's
Oh
clogged.
fuck. I wasn't paying attention. I'm not even. No! Angry.
Angry.
What the fuck? Asshole.
Yeah, no dodging that.
Okay, sorry.
Was it both?
Yeah, but you just said all the times are correct. This game is tripping balls.
Especially, look at all the colors.
But I did it!
It's all coming together.
Hajime is my
You said
favorite
you checked
boy
all the
in
clocks
entire
inside the
game,
building.
though.
Isn't that right,
him
Fuyuhiko?
and Fuyuhiko.
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What?
I like Nekomaru,
All
but
the clocks?
What if it wasn't all the clocks had the right time, but all the clocks had the wrong
So
time?
even if you checked all the clocks
Dun,
inside the building,
dun,
there's no way
dun.
you'd have noticed it.
which
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
I feel fantastic, and I never felt as good as how I
Now's
do
not
right
the time
now.
to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
Ooh, you touching spoilers there, sir. We haven't seen anything of V3. I know what's up with that.
Oh, we have a new person in here. I didn't even notice.
He is
Hello-
best boy, though.
Hello, Dark Aura. Saihara.
Saihara's cute.
Which one is that? Is that the one with the... Is that the detective one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one you like, right?
Yes.
Makes sense to have a fucking detective in a courtroom situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gundam is still blushing, look.
That's adorable.
I'm just really
If the time
excited
in the
about...
building was all
I'm just
messed
excited
up,
about freaking Kaede. Like, I really have
then we
fallen in
can
love with
only rely on
Kaede.
Nekomaru's radio clock.
Also, Ganta.
time
Ganta's
of
best
death.
boy.
Ganta is best gentleman.
It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
Cinnamon roll child.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down? If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
Or a scream.
He's not
type the loudest.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud, we would have heard it too.
I think I
no
would just...
point in saying
Well, maybe no?
If does not exist in this world.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's
Yeah, so we
radio
haven't
clock.
played any of V3. That's what we'll be playing after we finish Danganronpa 2.
Now, she knows all of the deaths in V3 from the Japanese version, and she knows who killed them, which is known in the context behind that, and I don't even know that, so I'll be going into V3 completely blind.
The time of
I
death.
need to focus on what I need to pick
It's
here.
clearly 7:30 a.m.
I think it's...
Thanks, fam. Appreciate no spoilers.
Even
I'm
though,
ready.
yeah, all the Danganronpa groups lifted their spoiler ban, though, so I'm like, oh, gotta mute you guys, sorry. Damn it.
What is a radio clock?
Crap.
I'm assuming a clock that's on radio.
If the time in the building was all
I'm
messed
sorry,
up,
Walker.
The time of death.
It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time it's in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used?
If only I heard the sound when you fell.
There we
I agree
go!
with that.
Ta-da.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
No, the radio-controlled clock is what was in
So I
Nekomaru.
went back
It was
to
in his
sleep.
robot body,
Was
yeah.
that the sound
Yeah.
from when Nekomaru
So that's why
fell?
his time was always accurate.
Did we
No!
feel bad for Teru?
Nope.
No, I mean,
Nope.
in all honesty, the attempt at feeling bad for him by the game, by giving us the backstory with his parents and everything, was... It was okay, like, it was nice, but we didn't get to know him for long enough, and with how much of a creeper he was, that's pretty irredeemable, so yeah, we didn't really feel bad for him, even though it was nice of the game to make an
Oh,
effort.
thank you!
Yay, thank you very much.
we heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Well, that's a shame, because you would be the only one that didn't then, if you said everyone heard it.
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
Hunger pangs? Is that a typo?
No. That's pings.
There's nothing
Shouldn't it
to
be
worry
hunger
about.
pains?
What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound
Okay.
as a reference, we might be able to figure out
So-
how much our time was off.
Mew feels like a much more funny,
And more entertaining Teru.
which I would accurately say.
Yeah,
It's true.
I Miyu might be like a guilty pleasure kind of character, because from what I've seen from her, and if you're new to this channel, that you didn't see the video that I took at Anime Expo where I saw the localization panel for Danganronpa V3, and they talked about Miyu a little bit and how difficult she was to localize. But in short, they were talking about like a conversation where somebody actually rebutted her, and she was kind of like, "Nani?" like taken aback, but the way they translated that into English was her saying, "Well, fuck you too," and there's like, they had it on like a button on their keyboard, and they just kept spamming it, fuck you too, during the panel.
I heard that
It was really
sound.
funny.
Also,
Probably around
Walker, are you talking
5:30
about
in the
Sonia?
morning.
Huh?
Sonia is
can
very
tell?
cute.
I instantly woke up and left
And I
my
don't know
room.
how innocent she
And that's
is.
when I saw the clock in the
She's
lounge.
kinky, that's for sure. Yeah,
Miyu is kinky, yeah.
Mew is kinky.
Excellent work, Akane.
So I was going to cosplay Mew, and once I kind of learned about her character, I'm gonna like politely like
Opt out of that
opt
one.
out of that one.
Yeah.
Because I can't be that vulgar. Ever.
Let's see.
I see.
Don't say.
Also, not to mention, like, if you had me as
Nekomaru's alarm
Ganta
went
and
off
you
at
as
7:30.
Miyu,
We
that
heard
would
the
be
sound
just
of his
like
impact at 5:30.
a terrible combination. I'm sure somebody ships it though.
That means our time was off by 2
yeah.
hours.
2 hours? That much?
Because he's built like a brick shithouse, but he's like incredibly innocent. So she would just like devour that.
We were starving pretty badly.
I also,
There's no way we would have noticed.
it's Uma? Is that Yeah, the little shit.
Plus, the funhouse has no
Same,
windows.
same. I want to cosplay
Monokuma
Sahara as
knows
well.
what's either.
I want to be the cutie.
What did we say the cool hat guy?
Cool hat guy.
Because the limited edition for V3 actually calls the hat cool hat.
However,
So
for what
It's a very
reason did the
comfy
killer
hat.
alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru. If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you
So my
definitely get
Danganronpa
Nekomaru to the
cosplay that
tower
I'm gonna
alone,
do first
right?
is definitely gonna be Chiaki, because she's best girl.
I don't know that we need to make, and this is my thing. You can do whatever you want, but I don't know we need to make plans on a lot of Danganronpa cosplays, especially from the same game, because we'll never be able to decide which character to be.
You
And
have to
also,
be Hajime.
there's also a lot of Danganronpa 2 cosplayers though already. So I don't know how the. I'm not making any accusations as to what I think the community is going to be like, but I think we need to like really kind of assess it for ourselves when we get to a con and actually experience it in person.
From there, the
I wouldn't
killer's
mind
plan was a
being
splendid
Hajime, but it's very
success.
simple.
That's all it means.
I wouldn't really feel like I'm wearing that much of a cosplay, to be honest, because I basically dress just like him for work every day. And
You are Hajime.
I am Hajime, essentially. Like I am experiencing this story vicariously through him, that's for sure. But I definitely want to cosplay Gonta, though. I will say that.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
so the thing that the specific thing is. Oh well, they would all have to get up in the morning for
I see.
that.
That's it.
And I'm sure they wouldn't mind the extra 2 hours of
Tai Chi
sleep.
activity in the morning.
How did they
Plugger, who
use
are you
it?
referring to?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right?
Yeah, who's got the unibrow, or who would have the unibrow to join their hairline, Walker?
But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, well, we wouldn't be able to attend on time. But that wouldn't
Try to
affect
describe
Nekomaru.
them without using their names and see if we can figure it out.
Yeah.
His radio clock had the
He
exact
said
time.
Gundam and Beanie Fuckboy.
That's right. In doing so, the
Beanie
killer
Fuckboy
was
is
able
my
to
favorite.
lure him to the
So
tower by
Gonta's,
himself at the
not
precise
Gonta.
time.
God damn it. You messed me up.
Also, kind of want to refer to him as Gundam Unicorn because of his hair.
So,
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
it is. So Gundam's hair, he's the ultimate breeder.
If I recall, you
And
witnessed
his
Nekomaru
hair looks
around
like
5
a
a.m.
sunflower seed for his hamsters.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to
Sorry.
Monokuma Tai
I have a whole bunch of
Chi,
hair in
right
my
on
mouth.
schedule. I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Right.
When you said
Interesting.
everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
Are you talking
Oh, whatever.
about
Alright, shut
tripping
up.
over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad.
Liar! I'm right!
It doesn't matter. We still would have figured it out anyway without your comment,
That's
Monokuma.
not
Shut up.
it. It's incorrect.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always
Do we have to listen to them?
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery.
Thank you.
We found out how the
The one
killer
time we
lured
agree with
Nekomaru.
Naruto.
Yeah. You know what they remind me of? Monokuma and Monomi really remind me of like the two old guys from the Muppets. They're always like breaking the fourth wall.
The number of suspects has drastically decreased.
You know, I have a hard time watching anything like Muppets or Sesame
why would that
Street
decrease
because
the number of
those
suspects?
styles of
Don't be a
puppets and
friggin'
stuff
liar.
freak me the fuck out.
Oh, I think they're harmless.
Freak me out.
You'll know I'm not
Also,
lying
I don't like,
as to what Fuyuhiko's
uh,
going to say next.
Big Bird,
Yeah.
because I had a dream as a child that Big Bird killed me,
Oh.
and I was traumatized.
That sounds like another game we know.
Huh? What
the hell do you mean?
Like a game where a big yellow bird costume kills people? Like in Five Nights at Freddy's?
So actually, when I first watched Five Nights at Freddy's or saw it, Chica scared the fuck out of me.
Right.
You witnessed Nekomaru going
especially
toward the tower.
Chica. None of the other ones scared me
Something
as
else
much as she
happened.
did.
Are you talking about that
But
alarm?
once like you get past the jump scares, Five Nights at Freddy's isn't scary.
Right.
Alarm?
Well, actually, I kind of disagree with that because it's very stressful to play because of the constant micromanaging and the rhythm aspects to it. Because at that point you're already stressed out, so you're much more susceptible to the
A
jump
little
scares.
while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the
Dude,
strawberry
yeah, I
house
want that
line
giant
started going
strawberry
off.
cup too. Like in the background, did you see
Plus,
it?
it was
No.
just before
It's like a
that
giant teacup
rumbling
with
sound
strawberries in
occurred.
it. On it, not in it.
So
But it'd be
that's
great
what
if
it
there's
is.
strawberries in it as well.
Yeah, look at Akane. She's like, strawberries in a cup. Oh.
I'm fucking hungry.
If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an
That cheeky
alibi at
grin
the
that I
time
live
is the
for.
prime
He
suspect.
got freckles.
Really?
We're like
Was there
talking over
anyone who didn't
the
have an alibi at
cast,
that
and I don't
time?
think they're able to hear what Ida is saying.
The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell? Who is it?
Who's the bastard?
Whoever doesn't have an alibi... Okay, so obviously he does, she does... Where was Nagito?
Cookie, it's him.
It is Nagito?
Well, yeah, but he's the one that doesn't have an
You're
alibi.
the only one! The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
Correct, because he was doing the Final Dead room or whatever. Oh, and Michelle is Oramimi, by the way.
Yes, I am.
She's keeping up with the chat.
I am.
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
This ridiculous scene right here. Massive
You
throbbing
didn't
alarm
come
clock.
out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank,
That will probably kill him.
even if I wanted to go to the lounge,
Walker, what?
Nanji
What?
Desuka intensifies.
you couldn't. What do you
Walker
mean?
speaks a different language.
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
You're definitely fucking lying.
But Sonya
However,
didn't hear it either.
that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
What time is it?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it. But it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the
You are
three of us
correct.
who didn't hear a sound have
But
in
I also
common.
do not speak
And I'm sure you'll
Japanese
figure it out.
or read Japanese. Or no Japanese.
Certain phrases are just so commonplace in our like weeb culture though that we kind of know what they are.
Listen, I took 2 years. Oh yeah, I have Pokemon OCs. Oh. Yeah.
Wait, how does he know you have Pokemon
I
OCs?
posted it on the little group chat thing.
What am I doing? I have no clue what
Dude,
word.
display question. What do we
Didn't
have?
hear the
Oh, I
rumble.
know what it is.
No clue. Go for it.
Okay. Shit. How do you get rid of the
Square.
question? I need the D. Sorry. I felt it was appropriate.
Triangle. There you go.
Yes, okay. Okay, sorry guys. No, motherfucker.
Is this something that has an X in it? I sincerely doubt it has an X.
It does. But I'm also trying to remember how to spell this.
Del...
Nope, shit.
Oh, the deluxe rooms. Okay.
Womp, womp, womp.
Need an E. Need an E.
Motherfucker! Don't you dare! Don't. Yeah.
Rooms. God,
How do you destroy it?
you just hit A 3 times. Here. Oh yeah, you got it.
Shit.
Here, here's where again. You heard the question.
Shit. I don't know why I had the question. Fuck! Fuck!
Try go. Alright. M.
No! Hello. I don't know what I'm speaking, guys.
She's speaking words.
Something.
S. I haven't seen an S yet, I don't think.
I have.
There we go. I think they spawn after you need them too, which is helpful. Deluxe rooms!
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in
Another
deluxe
4 minutes for what?
right?
In the event or on the stream?
What?
Walker says we only have 4 minutes. I don't know what for.
Oh, for the, thingy.
For what we just did there?
Yeah.
That's fine.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling
Ew,
noise...
Luca.
What did he say?
Ooh.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
Fuck off.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec.
I think I have an idea who it
the
could
killer
be.
is.
Who?
I'm kind of leaning towards Gundam, honestly. Only because he's the only one that has not had any kind
That
of
fact just now is
alibi
very
right now.
important
Like,
clue.
we know it's
And a
not Fuyuhiko,
decisive
we know it's not
factor in
Akane, we know it's not
identifying the
Chiaki.
Decisive factor?
So... But it happened so quickly, Walker.
I'm just gonna pick him and see what happens. You're
the only one! Gundam, there's something I want to ask you. When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
God, his collar. Look at how, like, monstrous his collar is on his jacket.
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm? Huh? Now that you mention it...
Will you hold my throbbing alarm clock?
Gundam?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko. Me? After you saw Nekomaru heading to the
There's the strawberry
you
teacup.
stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I...
Luca can take a bath in that
Until the
teacup.
moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the
I
alarm
love
in
that
his
she's still
chest,
calling her Mekamaru.
Yeah, she has quality taste in
the
anime,
killer
as we
still
know, or
needed to
video
prepare
games.
the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower.
Sees you at the tower.
Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed
Obscure
Nekomaru,
Mobile Horns
the killer
reference.
was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the
Luca's
lounge.
in the bath.
He's
Are you having fun?
watching our stream while naked.
And
But
they were
he was
supposed to stay
naked.
in their room.
Yeah.
They
He just
weren't
needs to
planning
put on his
come out
gill
and
wig
go
and
to
his
the lounge.
necklace and get a glass of wine, and this image will be complete.
Which
was
means
just
they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling
Just the
sound.
top half.
I don't want to see
They were in the
that.
room,
Sorry, Luca.
just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi. Because
Hope.
I was in the lounge.
Yeah, you fucked it up. Good job, little salmon roll.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room.
No.
And ended up hearing
Vape
the
is-
lounge's alarm.
Dumb.
Hey, he's not in the hotel room, so he's fine.
My personal belief is vape is dumb. But okay. Sorry, Luca.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam,
This is true.
please, can you at least say something?
Yeah, that is very true.
So when he's like, Gundam, no!
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction.
The
How many
hamster's in
ears
here
do
through
you
the
possess?
fucking thing.
The answer is 10. That's right. That means
I don't
have
honestly
Nicotine's still
care.
bad for you,
times the
but
hearing of a
it's okay.
normal human. The sound
You don't have the
system
tar in your
here may
system.
as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
You bastard. Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth.
He's
shall
like,
now
no!
He's like, this is merely the will of causality.
At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't
And yet, I'm being suspected
Perhaps
by
it
all of
is
you.
true that
It seems it was
mankind has
actually
no
horrible
control,
timing on my
even
part.
over his own will.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have
Hunter's
to
just
admit
like,
it.
shut up,
We're
dude.
going to decide who the killer
I'm
is
over
with the
this shit.
majority vote anyway.
Yeah, I think we all are. all the frames of even Ibuki and Mikon over there are just like, get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
No.
Chiaki? Chiako. Chiaki.
Her hair is really pretty.
You know,
It is.
Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely
Here
the
we go.
opening act, you know.
He's opening the can of worms.
Hey, what do you mean the class trial is just the
Vain.
opening
He's
act?
he's a fucking offended.
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce.
We could have told you that. We played the first game.
Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
Please do.
Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
So fucking done.
He's so...
This is when Nagito becomes, like, somewhat bearable. Like, I love this phase of him.
Super melodrama, Nagito.
Something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Ah, you said opening act again!
Please hold on. We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal.
Do we have to?
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
So he's like, I want my boyfriend to die.
Dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption...
Don't fucking believe him, Hadre.
I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
He's like, good, if he dies, I can get closer to Sonya.
Oh, we still have to do the, what do you call it?
Panic talk.
Panic talk action, yeah, so...
Your favorite thing.
That's what we're going up to. The grand finale! There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Let's do it!
So, Walker, the secret of the funhouse was that it was stacked. So they thought
that elevator was
the fact that he knows that they were stacked for the
only
murder
means of travel
is
between the two
very important.
houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret
passageway. How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Yeah, there couldn't have been an
How do
accomplice.
you agree?
You just attack the thing with when you like. Should we agree? Do you think he had an accomplice?
That elevator was
The only means of travel between the two, as long as that elevator was
I think it's Akane.
The elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Not that.
Or
Okay,
if there was a
Kane's
secret
passageway.
Ah, I
How much
got
longer
it.
do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop
You're a
this already?
Danganronpa god. Walker's a Danganronpa god.
That elevator was the only means of travel between, as long as that elevator was broken. Or a
Four!
Plus, the elevator
Oh,
broken.
look it up.
You just walked right past
Since
it!
I was at Strawberry, there's no question that the follow would have been different if there was a secret. How much longer do you? Why don't we stop this already?
Yes, why don't we stop this already?
I do love the
elevator
fast moving
was-
part.
The only means of travel between the two.
No, that's wrong! No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist.
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Oh, it's like Nagito, right?
You're the only one!
We've selected him for
Nagito,
something twice now.
You should know.
What meme pose?
Probably one of
What are you
Gundam's.
talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right? There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down,
See, I told you it was a Gundam.
surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually
We
connected.
already fucking know this, Akane.
Plus,
She's
once
having
you
one of her
clear the final
ditzy
dead
moments.
room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
So does that mean a Gundam went through the final dead room?
Infinity Unlimited Flame! However, what if the killer
God,
was
just let
unaware
me
of the
get to the
existence of
friggin'
final dead room?
Thing and
There's
be done
no
with it.
way.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
What did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
You're not the Hulk, you can chill. None of these really seem... Maybe broken doorknob?
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious
They're like-
wormhole.
You have like 30
However,
cuts,
how
so...
frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Gundam does have such an awesome voice actor.
Yeah.
Gundam has like one of the best
Even
voices.
if the turbid
you
box
need to go
doesn't
watch
exist,
like with
You
Nekomaru
could
and yell
travel
though.
through multiple planes.
Yeah, good old Patrick Sites.
Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
His argument is exhausting.
If his words would actually
Exist.
go the...
You could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down! I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light! Know the
How do you switch? Oh yeah, that's right. Oh.
limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
It's triangle, right?
Yeah.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of...
Allow me to cut through those words!
Your nonsensical bullshit.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body, the hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower.
Oh yeah, good point. The hammer had to come from somewhere.
Those were all the items that
All of
weren't
that came
in
from there.
Funhouse.
Yeah.
Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
No, you can just get really fucking frustrated at it.
Since those
'Cause the
items
game
were used in the
mechanics are
crime,
stupid.
there's no doubt.
Wait until
killer
you see
went
the
to the
panic talk action.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. That'll be very
It's
soon.
coming up.
I'm ready for it. This has gone on way too long as it is.
Too, right?
It seems this is the end.
This is the end.
Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason
But to be fair,
waste
there's
any more time
HP
on this opening
and
act. So I'm going
you
to
can
end this right
lose
now.
all of it and then it'll have you like reset. The only thing that affects is your overall score on the trial.
Hey, what are you?
First of all, by messing with all
Fucking
the clocks in the
Nagito's like,
building,
I don't wanna listen to
Gundam tried to
Hajime.
lure only
I'm
Nekomaru.
gonna take his spot.
The elevator was
Good, I don't wanna
probably
deal with this
broken
either. I wanna be
right
done
next
with
to
it.
that. Nekomaru wasn't
still
able to
gonna
go to
deal with
Grape
it.
Tower,
I
which
figured.
was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Surprise!
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
Okay.
Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru. So by
Yeah,
pressing
nobody
the
could.
good night button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with
You
that?
triggered him?
Don't mess with me!
He is hulking out.
Don't mess
He's
with me!
pissed.
I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
Why are you mad, bro?
Fools do not understand! You don't understand at
Nagito's
all!
my favorite. That's one of my favorite lines of his. Is like, why are you angry?
Ah, you make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
Yes, honey.
It appears I cannot finish just yet.
Oh shit!
Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet.
Kane is like that dumb puppy. You just like that.
I
Like, falls down.
cannot
Yeah.
It's okay, honey. We love you.
Yeah.
What do you intend to do?
He is. He's Nero.
It's obvious. I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions.
He's gonna pull a true Hassan on us.
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
Jesus.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought. Truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument. It was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitation.
Hurry up and
That's
die.
wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Here we go.
You're the one who needs a haircut.
Such a wonderful
Yes.
ride. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied.
It's almost done. We're about at the end.
Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own. You must provide.
Get to the point.
Here we go. Yeah, trials are like 3 hours long.
All right, time for Eurobeat.
For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I
This
won't
is the
let you!
dumbest game mechanic ever.
For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire!
It is like, it is awful.
Crushed as David prophesied!
Once you get the beat of it, though, it's a lot of fun, though. But I hated these in Danganronpa 1 because I was playing on the Vita and using the touchscreen controls.
Do you really think
Please get this right.
4 Dark Davis! Nope, wrong.
Clinton, God damn it!
I won't let you!
The 4 Dark Devils!
Yeah, I was expecting 4 to be the first word, though.
Crushed as David prophesied! I won't... It's Nekomaru's back.
The 4 Dark Devils! There we go.
It's so bad. It is so bad. They literally just threw game mechanics.
Even
This
if
would have
you
been
didn't get
completely
behind
fine
Nekomaru,
if it was just
You
like a
should have been
normal
able to press
visual
the button
novel.
on the
Oh no,
Where you
Luca.
could just select shit.
Luca, you need to watch our final thoughts on the first Danganronpa visual novel, because that pretty well sums up my thoughts on the trial mechanics, and I feel like they have no place in a game like this. They really don't, but we're making the best of it, and they only got more challenging in this game.
As long as you have the
Did
power
you see
of the
the logic
hamsters you
dive?
keep with you.
The snowboarding mini-game.
Oh?
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes.
Walker, it looks like they took a bunch of mobile games and slammed them in the middle of this.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, they're trying, which is okay.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of making it more engaging.
They're trying. But it's just a little rough.
Open.
The little hamsters.
They have the dumbest names, too.
After Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right? Hey,
He's like, fuck
with
my
your friends
hamsters.
and their
They're
exceptionally
so
smart
amazing.
brains,
Yeah.
They
it
ruined
must
me.
have to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Care. Care.
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates
Walker,
are.
no.
I have no.
I'm not
recourse
really.
but to
I'm kind of
admit
upset. I'm not upset with how this trial is going, because I didn't really care for, like, Gundam was kind of a gimmicky character to me. Like, he was over the top and really
Strawberry House
silly,
for you.
and he had silly hamsters, and I'm just kind of glad we're finally dealing with him.
Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this
Michelle
life.
is going
Trample
AFK.
it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road.
So somebody responding to the chat.
Yes.
From the bathroom.
Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own 2 hands.
Yes. Just shut up. Alright, now for another mechanic that actually does make sense in a game like this. So we have a couple of... so the first thing he did was tamper with the clockes. Nope, I guess not. The button? fuck? Damn it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay. I hate that it doesn't give you, like, all of them at once. It gives you a certain section of them. See, that's already there, so I don't use that. Great, okay. Awesome, we are moving on. I'm not even realizing the fact that when you hover your cursor over the blank space, it gives you a hint. Wire wrapped around Nekomaru's feet.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Alright, we finally got it.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the
With
back
the
of
power of
Nekomaru's neck.
hamsters.
This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside,
Ew.
dangling upside down in midair from the
I'm so
wire.
proud. Did you read the chat at all? No.
Yeah, I've been reading a little bit.
Why'd
The
you
killer
tell me
entered
while I
Grape
did
Tower
that
to see if their
then?
setup was successful.
I whispered it.
Fucking rude.
And placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished
I'm
their
not
setup
gonna
and
admit
tried to
that.
get back to their room using the secret
I'm dumb.
passage. So they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well,
YouTube
actually
told you that
7:30.
you were talking too much?
To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer
Wait,
was
what?
forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko
Who?
with the others.
YouTube?
Oh, Walker? It said you were spamming the chat or something like that?
So my battery's at 2%.
When the wall
on my
clock's
phone,
alarm rang,
and
that was
that's how
also
I'm
the same
responding
time
to the chat,
Nekomaru
so-
was waking up.
Okay.
Rip.
I'm not talking very much through this sequence because
He woke
I'm
up while
allowing
he was
Hajime
still
to explain
hanging upside
everything.
down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully.
It's okay.
Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking.
Yes, it is. And we did not skip it.
Nekomaru fell from the fourth
was just
floor
ready
all the
to
way
be
to the
a
first
douchebag.
floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died.
Goodness, look at Kazuichi in that scream.
Yeah. Looking creepy as
The
hell.
sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the
I think
funhouse.
Fuyuhiko needs an adult.
He does.
However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. they also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
I fucking love this pose.
That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Walker needs, like,
The strawberries and grapes that just flew by the screen.
Was...
Splendid.
We're giving you a throbbing alarm clock for Christmas.
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed
Sorry, your
Nekomaru?
boyfriend killed Nekomaru.
Yeah, I mean,
I cannot believe something like that.
Gundam wasn't providing any value to
You
the
don't
cast,
wish to
really,
forgive
honestly.
me. Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
God,
Those fucking logic dimes.
18 phases.
We got a B at least.
A B?
This result isn't all that exciting.
That's why it's
Now
still
then,
open hand.
please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important.
The letter.
Oh god.
Dear God. Alright, time for the much-deserved execution.
The Blacken is the person that did the murder.
Yeah, the blackened is the murder.
Yeah. Gundam in this case.
Yahoo!
Now that we're in a regular scene and not in the trial, the characters are not going to speak every single line that they have. It's just going to be like one little phrase.
Yaha! Nice!
Continue, Walker.
Now then.
So the game starts off with 16 people.
Jeez.
Fall, my tears.
You lose at least 2 people per trial.
At least, because there's one murder per game. It seems it was this a double murder, but yeah, the victim and the murderer are both executed if you get it correct. Now, story-wise, if you get it incorrect, everybody except for the murderer is killed and the murderer goes free. But of course, we won't let that happen gameplay-wise.
How
Yeah, you would not want to play this game in real life.
Yeah, we would lose like immediately. We'd all like for real. The first try would be like Nagito did it, and it would be like, all right, I did it. Yeah, I'm the murderer, and then everybody dies.
Yeah,
and fucking Teru of all people gets to go free. Like, wouldn't that be the worst thing ever?
Yeah.
Fine.
Damn it!
Fuck you.
This, too, must be the will of causality.
You.
Let's make history.
My lord.
Yeah, it's just the one-word phrases, just like Fire Emblem, yeah. Or like the like one-phrase sentences, I guess. This actually looks like it'd be a pretty epic battle.
So they only given him a French accent. Instead, he chose to fight.
That is...
Let me tell you this.
Huh?
But I think Nekomaru would have been like, yeah, I killed him, fam.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Could it be?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of
Yeah.
you, Nekomaru.
His scarf is like a weapon.
I don't know how well Gundam would have actually fought, like, physically-wise.
Like, if you look at this, it looks like he'd be a totally badass fight, and then you just see, like, Nekomaru pick him up by his head and just smash him into the ground.
Stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team
His
manager for
hamsters
so
are the
long,
reason why.
I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great one.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
Couldn't if he picked, like...
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me.
I think he plays a little too much World of Warcraft.
I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
There's a lot of people I would say.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru need I. Your blood will drench the foundation of my empire.
That is...
Let me tell you this. You weakling!
Yeah, each trial has a set murderer. Each trial is going to be the same no matter what. No matter what, Nekomaru was gonna die. But it would be very interesting, because Nekomaru,
my tears.
I mean, it's...
Could've won.
I wish that he had a more epic death, because he could have been like, I've already had a second shot at life, I've already been given this new body, and I'm gonna do something good with it, and go out in a noble way, but he didn't have that chance. Because this motherfucker right here was hungry.
If you flinch, you will die! Let me ask.
So what you mean, like, if Nekomaru was the one that killed Gundam, we would try to out Nekomaru?
Fine. Listen well. I shall engulf this world. I renounce you!
You. But...
Was I right in that, Walker?
Damn it.
So...
I think he needs to watch the game from the beginning.
You do.
Because didn't he, like, jump... Like, didn't he just jump in and start watching one of our uploads randomly?
Yep.
Fine.
Because for the people that are watching this as an upload, it doesn't make any sense for us to be explaining the rules of the murder game at episode 27.
I can explain everything later. They're like tags.
Yeah.
Because I'm not understanding what you are asking here, sir.
Fall, my tears.
Like fucking...
It would be just better to give him the entire rules of the murder game, of the killing game. And just so he can make sense of it that way.
You...
I mean, it's a visual novel. Of course it's long. Boy.
Well?
My name is Gundam Tanaka.
We know.
Fade like dust in the wind.
No!
Yes, indeed.
Luca, don't ever recommend the first game's anime.
Yeah, the anime is a terrible adaptation of especially the English like we mentioned earlier in the previous video. The anime for the English dub for the anime of the first season is so terrible. You want to see some cringe? There's like a best of video of the dub of the first game's anime. It's really, really bad, and it has nothing to do with the voice actors themselves. It just has to do with the script. The script for the game's localization is much, much better.
Bullshit. Bullshit you didn't enjoy. You can't fit a visual novel in 13 episodes.
Please wait!
I watched the subs too, and I still didn't like it.
I beg of you!
Huh?
You don't get attached to any of the characters, and you don't feel the true extent of the despair.
How pitiful.
Yeah, it's still. I mean,
I agree,
it's still
not all
just
dubs
like
are
a.
bad.
Yeah, no, I'm somebody who, in general, will defend a lot of dubs.
Unlimited Blade Works?
Well, I only dislike 2 people in that dub. I still won't watch it, but fuck KG Tang. God damn it.
For reals?
What is it, my 4 dark devas of destruction?
He wants hamsters.
Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared 4 dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end.
I'm more upset with his separation of his hamsters.
Well, where's his hamsters gonna go?
Pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing.
Yeah, no kidding. Everyone is like, God damn it, please. For those of you that are watching for those of you that are watching the upload right now, 3 people in the chat are just like, God, please let this guy die.
Gundam Tanaka open.
We know.
Sonya will take care of his hamsters. Don't worry.
That's
there
actually
we go.
That's actually pretty adorable.
It's the fucking dumbest execution, by the way.
Oh, is it dumber than Mikon's?
Well,
Drags him away by his hair.
I'm just not even gonna. By the way, Walker, before you get really confused, they have executions, and they're based on their personality, and they're really dumb in this game.
They scared. Look at the fat one.
Who's saying no fucking
Is he gonna cast a spell? He's gonna do alchemy! Holy shit!
Get wrecked. These fucking hamsters. They're like, no! And then it gets better.
What? What am I looking at? No! What? What the hell?
This is my favorite.
No! Why, game? Okay.
Luca.
Oh, man. That was great. Oh, man. Somebody, like, Just somebody gift him this on Steam so he can play this. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay. This has been the Chapter 4 class trial. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Wait, I want to see more.
We've been at it for almost 3 hours now between the two videos. God almighty. So we're gonna save and we're gonna pick it up.
That's the truth, Luca.
Yeah, that's actually the complete truth.
That's not even a spoiler.
It's like Cartman from South Park.
I don't watch South Park.
I don't really get the reference either. Anyway,
So, is that the end?
that should be the end for this video. We will see you guys later. You're off on Monday, so we may do another if other obligations are not required.
Right.
First. But we'll see you guys next time with the beginning of Chapter 5.
Bye, guys.